My name is Addison, and I am a clinical intern here at Payne County Youth Services. And I'm so excited today to talk to you all about some meditation self-care. Before we get into it, a couple important things to note. The first is that these videos are not intended to replace any counseling services. So if you're looking for counseling services, please give our office a call at 405-377-3380. Secondly, if you're watching this video and you're in a mental health or physical health emergency, please pause the video and call 911. Lastly, if you're watching this video and you're not in the Payne County area, we so appreciate you. And if you're looking for counseling services, you can call 211 and they will connect you with resources for your local area. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So if you saw the title of this video and are like, no, meditation is not for me, you are 1000% not alone. When I first started exploring meditation, it was not for me either. I'm very much a person whose mind is going all the time. Thinking about, I feel like it's sometimes like a computer monitor. Like there's little sticky notes about, all the stuff I have to do this week, or, if something happens and there's like a little window for that, and I'm kind of, going in and exploring that and how I feel about it. And it's really, really easy to let our minds run away from us, especially if our lives are busy and we're just caught up in that busy, go mindset all the time. And so what meditation does is so many different things, and this video would be so long if I talked to you all about all of the benefits of meditation. But I am going to highlight a couple before we kind of get into talking about some misconceptions and things like that. So the first one is that meditation really brings us back into the present moment. Like I said, if you have a mind like mine and you're hopping from something that happened in the past, or you didn't do well in a presentation, or you bombed that, phone call that you really had that was important, whatever it is that your mind is thinking about in the past, or if your mind is worrying about an upcoming presentation or a phone call or a family meeting or whatever it is, your mind is switching between those two, and meditation is a great way to bring us back to the present moment, to sit here, back in the here and now, and really focus ourselves. The next thing that meditation does is it increases our self-awareness. So when we come back to the present moment and take a moment to slow down our thoughts, and really take a moment, it can bring us so much clarity and so much self-awareness and help us move forward and maybe decrease some of that worry that we have in relation to the past or the future. The next one is that meditation can really help lower stress and anxiety. Anytime we are able to slow down those voices in our heads and take a moment to center ourselves, we can feel our heart rate come down. We can feel those thoughts not feel as severe and, urgent. And so meditation does all of those things. And so a couple of things before I kind of get into some of the meditation basics that I hope will set you on your way after you finish this video. The first one is, I think that people, at least when I got into it, I thought meditation is like, I'm currently sitting right now in a comfortable spot, and that's one of the basics we'll get into, but I thought that I had to sit and have like the most perfect, straight posture, and I had to sit and just have my mind be completely silent for like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes at a time. And yes, those are goals. If you want to work up to them with your meditation practice, I highly encourage that. But for beginners, particularly those who, like I said, whose minds run around pretty frequently, that can be a really difficult goal to start out with. In my own personal life, when I started approaching meditation, I started taking it small, steady increments at a time to make sure that those goals were achievable to me. So that first misconception is that it does not have to only be, there's not one way to meditate. There are so many different ways, and it's important to find what works for you. The second, I think, misconception is that it's not a successful meditation unless your mind goes completely quiet. And that is 100% not the case either. Our goal is slowly and surely over time to train our minds to slow down and quiet down and allow those thoughts to come in if they do, and then develop a practice of asking them to leave so you can continue your meditation practice. And I think the effort is what makes a successful meditation, not the fact that your mind stayed completely silent, which that can represent success too. But especially coming out of the gate, if you're new to a meditation practice, give yourself some grace, 110%. That's a big piece of advice I have with meditation. And then the next one is that meditation is all about finding where you're comfortable. So I'm going to use that to transition into some meditation basics that you can take to utilize meditation for part of your self-care practice. The first one is to find somewhere you feel comfortable. I'm currently sitting on a cushion surrounded by some pillows in a corner. Having a space you use for meditation, even if it is, a corner, or if you just have, like a blanket or something that you pull out to sit on to represent that you're entering a space to where you're going to take this time for yourself, I think is very helpful. If sitting on the floor is not comfortable for you, I do suggest a blanket or a pillow or a cushion or something. And even if that's still not comfy for you, you can do meditation in a chair, sitting with your hands relaxed on your knees or whatever hand placement feels comfortable for you. So finding a comfortable space would be the first meditation basic I would suggest. The next one is, this is something that has worked for me, which is to find something that's going to ground your meditation practice. So for me, what that looks like is a passage that I read. I've got a couple of books that provide guided meditation. One of the things I really enjoy about meditation is there's so many things out there online. There are some really fun guided meditations on YouTube, actually, that I have utilized that have been really fun. There are apps like Headspace and things like that. I think those might cost some money. But starting with a guided meditation or just something to guide your practice, or if you have a word in mind that you'd really like to incorporate into your life. My word for 2021 was consistency. So if you take that time and really center yourself and begin to think about that word and how you'd like to incorporate it into your life and what it means for you, just taking that moment to think about something to focus on in the present is another thing I would suggest for starting a meditation practice. The next thing I want to mention is that a lot of the time during guided meditations or other meditations, the person guiding you, or if you think about it, you've seen people meditate and they close their eyes. Closing your eyes may not work for everybody. That may be more distressing or things like that. So I encourage you to be flexible is another meditation basic. So if you're doing a guided meditation and they say, sit on the floor and close your eyes, and that's not comfortable for you, I encourage flexibility. So finding a spot that is, and then just relaxing your eyelids and lowering your gaze can also provide an effect that is calming if closing your eyes is not for you. Those were a couple meditation basics. If you have questions about how I got into meditation, what it's done for my life, if you are looking for any meditation resources, if you have suggestions or want to share some of your own experience with meditation, please comment on this video. I will check these comments. These videos do stay up on YouTube. I will check these comments and respond as soon as I'm able to get to those. And please remember that if you are going to comment, this is YouTube, and so your comments will be public. So if you have something more personal about your meditation journey or things that led you there, anything like that you want to share that you are not comfortable with the rest of the world seeing, please feel free to seek our services out by calling 405-377-3380. And as a reminder with that as well, these videos are not intended to replace counseling services. So if you're looking for those, you can use that phone number to access those counseling services as well. Thank you so much for allowing me the time and the space to discuss some benefits, misconceptions, and basics about utilizing meditation for self-care. This was another episode of Self-Care Sunday, and I am looking forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks.